These are some of the dumbest and insane comments I have heard in a while. I've just seen a clip of Colin Cowherd and Rachel Nicholls making some of the most insane and delusional statements about LeBron James and his status in the game. I'm going to show you this clip in just 1 second, but this really shows how disconnected the media is from true and real NBA fans. We know the media overall is disconnected from voters, and they always try to run some kind of a narrative. And today's sports media have done exactly the same thing now. And no matter what the facts show and what real, knowledgeable NBA fans say, they will always try to push a narrative. We all know why this is happening, and for the ones that don't, I'll quickly explain. Money. Sports media has contracts with the NBA, and it best serves them to promote the league and its players as much as possible, because otherwise they might actually lose those contracts. So if the overall positive narrative isn't followed, the sports media wouldn't be able to make money from the NBA. Now, there are other sources like me, for example, independent, which say what the actual real feelings of NBA fans are, because we're not beholden to anyone and to a narrative that, doesn't matter. We are real fans, passionate about the game, that say exactly what they feel and see, no fluff. So let me show you that clip that I'm talking about of Colin and Rachel Nicholls, and I will chime in and break it down right after. This is ridiculous. But first, welcome, my name is Paul, and this is The Basketball Show, where I talk today's NBA, current events, news, players, and more. All completely unbiased, even though some people disagree, because any opposing opinion to weak people is always hating. Truth is truth, and I try to stand by that. Now here is the clip.
How about this suggestion? Take a little less.
Oh, I think he should take a minimum.
That's what I think.
So look.
And you and I aren't, telling people what to do with their money.
No. But look, LeBron has felt for a long time that he is at large, big picture, underpaid. And that is why ever since his first contract in Miami, after that, he has wanted the maximum amount of money. And he is absolutely right. There is no amount of money that the NBA at large or any team he plays for could pay him to compensate for what he has brought to the NBA. So he is always going to be, quote, underpaid. But to your point, he is a billionaire. So how much money he makes in the next year or two is not even going to put a dent in his grandchildren's pockets. And if I were LeBron, the thing you cannot buy with whatever amount of money you do get in that contract is championship rings. And if you took just the league minimum and you were that allows a third really sort of huge superstar to come in, not only could he win another ring, but if he sticks around, and there's certainly a lot of talk about the fact that he wants to now wait to play with his son Bryce, who still has a year at Arizona coming up, and there's a couple of years until Bryce comes in the league, he could get maybe 2 rings. And by the way, that puts him in 1 more ring, puts him in the Kobe conversation. 2 more rings puts him in the Michael Jordan ring conversation.
First thing that is said in this clip by Colin is that LeBron James should take a little less on the next contract. Rachel chimes in right after him and says that LeBron should take the absolute league minimum on his contract now and no more. That statement I can actually agree to some degree, because it would allow the Los Angeles Lakers to actually start building for their future after LeBron James leaves. If LeBron takes the max, he will minimize the team's chances of building for the future, and also making a possible move for another superstar to join and possibly allow a run for a title next season. If LeBron takes the minimum, the Lakers would be able to go after Durant, Giannis, or maybe even someone else, and try to get someone in that could play for another decade with Luka as a 2-superstar punch for a decade or so. Then it gets really stupid. Nicholls starts saying that LeBron has felt, so basically let's talk about poor baby LeBron's feelings now. She says he has felt for a while now that he has been underpaid in the NBA. She mentions his contract in Miami And we know Wade, Bosh, and James took a little cut, each, to make the trio work in Florida. So what? The guy, as she says, is a billionaire. What allowed him to become that billionaire? The game of basketball and the NBA. And its promotional machine, including the media hyping him up non-stop. Everything he has gotten, and every dollar of that billion he's worth, he got due to playing basketball and the NBA and its marketing. This woman says poor baby LeBron still feels he's underpaid. The NBA and the Lakers allowed him to bring in his son to the same team, and he's making guaranteed millions, even though with his talent as of now he doesn't deserve the contract he got, as no other rookie at that level would have gotten it without his daddy being LeBron James. Another win for LeBron, but he is underpaid and underappreciated. So this statement in itself is blasphemy, as Stephen A. Smith would say. But probably Stephen A. Smith wouldn't agree with me either, because he's part of the mainstream media sports as we know it. But we will never know. Nicholls then says these words: "There is no amount of money the NBA or any team could pay LeBron James to compensate him for what he has brought to the NBA." Excuse me, do you mean all of these things? While LeBron James was on top of his game, the NBA ratings have plummeted 48%. Flopping in the NBA has ran rampant to a level that forced the league to have to implement an anti-flopping rule. LeBron James is one of the main users of load management. LeBron James, as per many current NBA players, has started the super team trend and ring chasing trend.
They want to talk about super teams this, super team that. I never played on a super team. You started the super team, bro.
LeBron James has blamed more players and coaches for his failures than any other player in NBA history. LeBron James has been calling himself the GOAT, where no real GOAT candidate would ever do that, due to respect for the game and players that came before, while also being called out by his own teammates for quitting not after, but during the NBA Finals. LeBron James has also gone to the Olympics and gotten the USA a bronze medal, and after needing Kobe Bryant to join the team to return the gold to the USA. These are just some of these awesome things we have seen, in big part thanks to LeBron James. The guy complains nonstop, begging the refs on his knees for a call while literally panting and crying like a child at 40 years old. In my view, and many other real NBA fans' view, LeBron James has helped turn the NBA into a soft and almost unwatchable league. Millions of fans are literally asking the guy to retire already. Now Nicholls again is telling LeBron to take the least amount of money to allow himself to build another super team and chase rings some more. Fans hate this kind of approach in the NBA. Dirk did it the right way. Giannis did it the right way in Milwaukee as well. Those are stars that show true grit, loyalty to the fans, respect for the game, and the right approach. It's not LeBron James in any way. What do you guys think? Do you agree with my assessment? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you soon in another video.